Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited. And welcome to this episode of Campaigns of the Plains, Season 2 of D&D, or if you're listening on podcasts, Season 3. This is episode 26. I think I said that already. Yes. I don't know. Who knows? We're getting up there.
Now you know twice.
Now you know twice. Yeah, so just a reminder, guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. But if you want to stay up to the minute with us, remember that each Friday you can catch our new YouTube episodes. Airs around noon Central Time, so make sure to catch those every Friday. And Travis, if you want to handle the podcast portion.
Why, of course, Josh. Make sure to check us out on your favorite podcasting platform every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we release the previous Friday's videos audio. That makes sense. And so check us out. It's a great way to catch up with us. If you don't have time to sit down and watch the whole video, you can listen to us on the way to work or off getting groceries or wherever you might listen to your podcast. So check us out there, and also make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, where we're constantly posting new updates. So back to you, Josh.
And make sure to check us out as well. Not only do we do D&D, but we've also done a season of Monster of the Week, as well as a number of one-shot campaigns. Murder Mystery, we've got kind of a mini arcing campaign going there, kind of loosely arcing campaign. Also, by now, we should probably have our Humblewood one-shot episode. Travis was so kindly able to DM for us, so make sure to go and watch/listen to that. Definitely watch if you can. I mean, the entire theatrical performance that Travis put on was amazing.
Honestly, how he gave each new NPC a different voice was just fantastic.
And the shadow puppets to die for.
Yeah, that was great.
Honestly, the handouts were so intricate too.
Oh yes, especially the old-timey pocket watch. Yep.
I want to keep that.
Anyway, and again, thanks guys for following us, being our support. We love you guys. We make this for you, ourselves, and we hope you guys enjoy it. So, who would like to recap what happened on the last episode?
I got you.
All right.
So my notes are titled Emotional Damage. That's it. That's all I got. No. Well, the first thing that I have written down isn't even a note. It is Poppy's HP level, which is 8. So
that's like Poppy's total health
that she has left. She started at 36.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I have poisoned with an exclamation point with a bunch of underlined squiggles. I don't remember why. I think I was poisoned.
A lot of people were poisoned.
I think we all were. Yeah. Hey, we won. We won. Except for I wrote we win.
We woo.
Juniper tried to jump into the crystal, but I summoned a dead person, Rydia, to go in the crystal. Rydia says hello to Cecil. Not Cecil, right?
Not Cecil.
And Ace is a jerk. No, Ace that jerk. Ace that jerk. No comma. Ace that jerk. I don't know what that...
These are all super vague, thank you.
He shot a black arrow of doom magic through Juniper's heart or body. I don't think it was her heart. It was just her body. And that's where we love it. It was like freeze frame. Like that happened and then freeze frame. And that's where the episode ended.
Oh, that sounds like a very anime ending.
Yeah, it was. We were doing like there was like slow-mo like cartwheeling, and everyone was going like that shock face, and
Everyone had shock Pikachu face.
Did it have that like shattering crystal sound effect that anime shows always do?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Well,
no,
not
we
yet.
haven't
We're not
gotten to
there
that
yet.
part yet because it was freeze frame.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then there was like at the end there was a quick zoom camera to Asher's face where he's just like, "Mom," like slow motion, "Mom," and that was it. That was the end.
And then
Make sure to
everything
pick
goes
up on
like
that this time
photomatic.
around,
Yeah.
Eric. Yeah. Anybody wanna clean that up a little bit?
Oh, it was
Razin?
very clean. You know what you're talking
Sure. So after hopping across the floating islands within Garuda's lair, we battled Garuda and her two sisters.
about? Boy, I didn't write any of that down.
After a valiant effort on our part to subdue Garuda, we were left with the choice of who takes Garuda's place now that she is free of her corruption. And the twins agreed to take her place, but Asher's mother, Juniper, was beside herself, saying that children should not have to make such a sacrifice. And after some soul searching, Ellie found within herself the power to summon one last creature, which pushed Juniper away from Garuda and took her place as she was reaching to save the children. And I forgot which summon that was.
Rydia.
There you go. And all seemed to be well right up into the end when Ace showed up out of nowhere and shot Juniper through the chest. Because we can't get a break. And that's where we leave off.
That's right. No breaks for you. No soup either. Anyway, that is where we will pick off here. So, you guys had been pretty happy with the outcome. I mean, Juniper had been pushed away from the crystal, as you said, by the Summon Rydia, who had taken Garuda's place. And you guys had a moment to breathe and to think about what had all happened, and suddenly Ace appears, and floating in the sky above, he launches some sort of attack at Juniper, and that is where we will pick up here. Now, Becky, I believe that you were attempting to counterspell.
Yes, because Becky's that bit. So she fires off a counterspell.
And as you gather that magic to counter on whatever it is here that Ace had attempted to fire at Juniper, that normal connection, and you used counterspell before, that normal connection of canceling out magic doesn't seem to connect with this. And this black extension from Ace's hand to Juniper latches on, and you now get a moment to look, and you see that this extension is not some sort of magical beam or anything like that. It is this gross black tether from the end of his hand to her chest, and it is pulsating. It is some kind of living, fleshy thing as it begins to pulse and pump something from his hand to her chest. And you look as Juniper looks down in shock as all of a sudden you see these black lines suddenly racing from the impact up her neck and into her face, through her arms. Looks like it's spreading throughout her body.
That's probably not good. We should stop that.
How far is Ace from Juniper?
Probably a good 30 to 40 feet away.
Awesome. I want to cast a different spell.
Okay.
Ice Knife.
Ice Knife
At Ace.
at Ace. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
Okay. 17.
17 does not hit him. As you see your ice knife glances off and seems to almost be on target to hit him, but it veers off at the last second as there is this greenish energy surrounding him.
Okay. So hit or miss, the shard then explodes
Mm-hmm.
The target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the ice explode must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6.
He fails that one, so.
Okay, cool. He takes 6 cold damage.
Dookie.
Okay. Becky's gonna piss him off, so we should probably be prepared.
Hey guys, I'm all out.
Okay, we need to definitely get you out of here.
I mean, wait, let me look. I think I'm all out.
So you guys have, I would say, a round to do something.
Oh, I still have a little bit. Hey, you know what?
There's no visible exit.
There was the way that you came.
Yeah, there's only one way. Wait, we're still on the floating platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
I run and jump off the side.
As you guys, Ellie takes a running leap and jumps off the edge of the platform, and she disappears and then reappears right above the entrance to this area, and she takes 8 bludgeoning damage
Ow.
from the fall.
Ow. That was my movement?
Yep.
I'm gonna use my action to heal myself.
Okay.
God, that I fucked up. Okay. Ooh, max healing. 12 back. Perfect.
Well, at least it wasn't a deficit.
I whistle. No, I don't whistle. I just do this silently at everybody.
I think I'm...
Come on.
I'm going to motion to Asher and like catch eyes with him and like look at this thing that's grabbing his mom and kind of like silently be like, "You think we can take this thing and like rip it off of her?" Just like,
is it a tether, like a physical?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
I
a
would
fleshy.
I would assume he would run up and swing like his new hammer.
Yeah.
The Dawnbreaker, right? We roll.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Let's roll. It's 25.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Perfect. He'll probably pump a charge into it because he has 1 charge left. Gotta remember what that does because it's been a while.
I believe it gives you some more radiant
2d8
damage.
radiant. What's a d8 look like? I got a d8. Okay. Ooh, not good. So 8 radiant, then
How much damage from the hammer?
8.
8. So Asher swings down with his hammer, and it catches this tether, and it's a hammer, so it's not doing so much slicing as it is like forcing the tether down to the ground, and it does come off of Juniper with this kind of wet, like pop sound. As you now see, the end of it has like these teeth,
Throw off the
like
side.
appendages, and like he smashes it onto the ground, and it kind of explodes into this black ichor pile. And you see as Juniper, like, because of the pain, she's like down on her knees, and since you are the closest, Asher, go ahead and make me a quick perception check.
That's just
10. Something seems off about your mother, not just the black veins going through her body, but something seems different about her face. Something is off. It's not how you would have remembered her face.
like it's sharper or like it's deformed.
Yeah,
like,
there's like a point in her nose that she never had before, or her chin seems a little sharper than it would have been. And she reaches up for your hand, Asher, and she places something in your hand, and she looks into your face, and she's like, "Go, get out of here."
I think I'm just gonna pick her up and
She's going to fight you for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an opposed strength check. 18.
damn, she's strong, good.
That's where you get it from.
I get it from
if I see them like having a physical altercation, can I run up and try and help, like take her with us?
She sees you coming, and she's like, "I told you to leave." Since you do come up, though, Milos, make me a quick perception check.
Oh,
Ellie forgot she had friends and abandoned all of them.
16. The features look off in her face. Like, you remember Juniper. You have a pretty good mental recollection, and there are some features that are different about her. And you take a quick look in her eyes, and Juniper has Juniper has green eyes. This Juniper has golden eyes. And she kind of claws at you with those beer hands, and she's like, I said leave, I've got this.
I'll give Asher a look of like unsure, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm ready to grab her with my giant hand, just like trying to scoop her up. But I'm looking. I'm basically trying to gauge your reaction. Like, do you want me to do this, or should we go?
Can't leave her. I just found her.
Then let's grab her, and I'll try and like lunge at her and try and like grapple her if I.
So you go to lunge, and she kind of fades physically, and she reappears about 10 feet from you guys. And she says, you idiots just should have run. And it's not Juniper's voice. It's Joker's voice coming from Juniper. And you see as he takes his hand and kind of swipes it over his face and takes off the illusionary visage of Juniper. Joker's still standing there, and he still has the black lines going through his body. And you see as he says, I told you to leave. Now just leave so I can deal with my brother.
Wait, where the fuck is Juniper? I scream from the other side of the
And nobody can hear you. It sounds like...
If only you had your link pearl.
I can still screaming at all of your heads. I'm telepathic.
But you don't think of that at first.
Becky grabs Toby, turns him into a staff, and runs and jumps off the edge.
All right. So you
guys are not
disappear.
Right next to the fucking entrance.
Yeah, but this gets us to the entrance faster. We're the opposite end of the thing.
And you take 3 bludgeoning
We're
damage.
right next to it.
That
Yeah, but it won't take us back to the entrance. It just takes us to the next pedestal. Jumping off the side takes us to the entrance.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
of all the platforms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I ran off the side.
Fuck.
those of you that are still standing on this platform now see as Ace looks taken aback, and he's like, when did you do that? And he says, you know, I've been pretty good at my little tricks. And brother, I must say that you are in quite the trouble. And you see as Ace is just struggling with frustration. And for the first time, you all see as Joker begins to radiate this magical power. And he starts walking towards Ace. And he says, you shall be judged, brother. And you see as the aura that comes off of him suddenly forms into this Esper in the air behind him. This old man floating behind him sits upon this rocking throne, and you see as he has these scales in front of him, and you now remember that he is beholden to the Judge Sal. This is the first time that you get to see him, or any of the Espers, really. This is Exodus, the Esper that he has made a pact with. And you see as Ace kind of looks in dread fear at this Esper, and he says, I have broken no known contract that we made. I did not know it was you when I attacked you. And he says, but you did attack me. You shall be judged. And he holds up his hand towards Ace, and you see as Exodus, the Judge Cell, also holds his hand up above the scales, and they tip in one direction. And he says, I shall not be caught by this binding contract, this fool's errand. And you see now above him this green rotten mass begin to form, this giant blubbery mass with this sunken black face. This ichor dripping off of him begins to laugh. The magical power here is beginning to feel very suppressive. It is literally making anybody who is trained in Arcana and nearby sick to your stomachs.
Okay.
At this point, what are the twins doing?
The twins, they're kind of looking towards you guys for like what's going on? What is this? This is, they actually see you're still there nearby, and so they kind of tug on your coat, and they're like, these are Espers. We need to leave.
I'm thinking I agree. I will motion for them to jump everyone, and I'm gonna look to everyone else. Like, are y'all? 'Cause I think you are still here. Milos,
Mm-hmm.
you're still here.
I'm gonna-
It's just these two. Oh, you're
Woo! The Ochu doesn't get it. Just like, yeah!
And then I look at the one remaining Ochu.
Grab it, and throw it off the side.
Yeah, how heavy is the ocean?
Oh, wait, do you not retain your intelligence?
No.
Do I not?
No.
I thought
Okay.
Huh?
I thought I did. I
Did,
don't.
did we?
I
I
think
assume
that,
that you
yeah, I
do.
thought that she did too.
That's your
I just can't
last
talk to
save, right?
anybody.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think so.
Yeah, just can't speak.
Yeah, you gain your personality, intelligence, with prison source. So, same stuff.
He said what you signed.
Does it look like corruption that's forming on, well, I guess I don't, is it on
Sure,
the
Esper
Esper
is.
now?
Yeah, the corruption is literally coming off of the Esper at this point.
Okay.
It's from its sunken face. It is like coming from the mouth and the eyes
That's gross.
and open appendages.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna throw away a vial. I still have some of this left here, so I have one before I need to make some more. I will throw an anti-corruption vial. I don't know if it'll help, but you know, hey, gesture of goodwill before I make my leave.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Uh,
I'm supposing you're aiming for this other Esper, right?
well, no, I've forgotten already. Well, the friendly one. What used to be? Yeah.
Oh, you're throwing it at Joker or
Yeah, I'm
at?
throwing it at Joker.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Go ahead. Oh, then it doesn't need to be an attack
Oh,
roll because he's
okay.
friendly.
Well, in that case, it reverses 6 corruption, and then any like a 5 square feet around is also dissipated. So probably just like cleans the ground. And
It seems to kind of dissipate a little bit. Like there's not as much on his neck, but you can tell it's still on the areas where his arms are showing.
well, that's what I can do for you. I guess I'll follow the twins, and I'll motion for everyone else on here to maybe we should probably go to.
Alexi holds her hand out to you and is like, I think we have a better way of leaving.
Oh, if you've got a better way, I'll take that.
She reaches up for your hand and
Yeah.
you reach out and take it.
Yeah.
She casts dimension doors, so you both get to.
Oh, this is so much better.
And
That was not about the whole jumping off thing.
Alexis is sitting there like, okay, who? I can only take one.
Take the Ocho.
You're not there. You're gonna waddle over and touch it. You're gonna waddle off the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Milos or Asher,
Becky's there too.
and no,
Yeah.
Becky,
No, Becky
jumped.
Oh, Becky jumped too.
Yeah, Becky jumped already.
Oh, I'll probably just jump.
You're just gonna jump. They look over and they're like, okay.
I was gonna ask, be like, hey Asher, do you want to jump together? We can like make it fun and like,
You want to tell them Louise this?
yeah.
Oh, we don't just fucking Louise this.
Okay, sure. So you guys both jump, and like, Alexis is like, okay, and like, just doors.
She grabbed the Ocho as it was waddling.
Nope, the Ochu waddled off the side. So, the Ochu takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Since you guys are going together, I'll just roll once for you. You both take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
So if your HP hits 0, do you then just revert back?
Yes.
Yeah, but any extra damage actually carries over.
Okay.
Just like polymorph. So, you guys are back at the entrance, and
Go.
you now see what Becky and Ellie are seeing from this point, and there is this like black aura beginning to spread around this area. It is a sphere type bit of aura that is encompassing almost everything in here.
I feel like I didn't help it. Okay. Well, I think it's time we make our leave.
Let's go.
So you guys book it back the way you came.
Mm-hmm.
Asher, as you're running, you look down in your hand and you see that that Joker Juniper had placed something in your hand. As you're running, you just kind of now take stock of it, and you look down and you see that there's a crystal in your hand.
Do I recognize it? Like, is it familiar? Or like,
Not really. You've never really seen a crystal like this before, and you don't really have the time to kind of check it out.
Yeah.
As you guys are running, it seems like this darkness is actually following all of you through the tunnel itself.
We should run faster.
But you guys make it back to the temple, and the trial doors close behind you.
Okay, well, hopefully those doors keep all that shit in there. And we should leave, but we should leave quietly because we are still wanted felons. Yeah.
Is that going to cause a problem in the future?
What?
For anyone else who needs to do their trial?
Well, I'm hoping after they battle royale it out, they'll leave, or whoever doesn't die will leave.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm assuming will happen.
Sure.
Computer's still there. Blew it away. Oh, I can't see.
What are you trying to say? Okay.
Well, we can't do anything about it. I don't know how you feel, but I feel so fucked up that I've dropped a bunch of octaves in my voice. My vocal range.
You do seem to be a little less hairy.
I'm just stressed.
Well, I think another important point of note is we now have to find out where the hell Juniper is.
I mean,
And when did we lose her?
Did we ever even
did
find
we
her?
even have her? Like,
We did because we
what if
saw
it was
Juniper.
Joker
We
the
thought.
whole time?
What do you do? No, we saw Joker at the campfire.
But Juniper was off hunting.
Oh my god! What if he body snatched your mom?
I would say yes.
It's possible.
Dun dun dun.
It was a little deep.
Maybe he just replaced her before we went into the temple, and she's hanging out somewhere waiting for us.
Ah, yes. She's
Well, we
still
shouldn't
hunting.
wait here because this shit is going to get nasty.
We
need
should
to
leave.
go.
Yeah, we should leave. Where should we go? We don't even know the next temple that might be in distress, or what we should do next.
Alysia and ooh,
Oh, okay, bye.
it's a hard reset. Give a second for them to catch up.
We're back.
Yay. But it's this time Alysia and Alexis speak up, and they are like, well, we did not see our mother until we caught up with her outside of the temple here.
We
Maybe,
should bar the doors real quick.
yeah, that's really gonna help the corruption from
I'm
escaping.
talking about making sure no one else.
Oh,
no
yeah,
one else
that's a good
knows
idea.
Not to go.
And what Alexia and Alexis said, maybe Joker switched with her before they came in the temple because they were separated from us. So she might be outside.
You now all take a look around, and the corruption that had been in the forward part of this temple is all gone. There are a number of bodies laying around. Those who had been corrupted in the first place. They did revert back to their normal forms.
Oh fuck, we're gonna get blamed for this. Looks like somebody came in and killed a bunch of priests.
I was gonna ask how anyone would connect that, but I guess it makes sense. People might think our MO is killing priests,
Goodness.
religious figures.
Shit.
Okay, well, anyway, does anyone have ink? Do I have ink? I don't know.
Oh, I don't think
I think I do.
Well, no, I think I do because I bought a journal at some point.
I have a writing kit.
I mean,
here.
I should have ink if I'm writing shit in the formulae book.
Yeah.
Obviously. So I'm just gonna like write just a quick sign thing to like stick to the door, like beware entrance.
Don't
Like,
enter, dead
just-
inside.
Yeah.
Don't dead enter inside.
And then yeah, I think we should leave now.
So you're putting this on the door at the entrance. The door had been opened by you guys to let in
Definitely closing that.
Juniper and them. So as you go to close the door, you actually see a familiar figure walking up the steps. It is Ilar, and he has a few people that are flanking him. It looks like they've seen some heavy battle. And they see you closing the doors. They're like, "No, wait, stop!"
No,
Nope.
No. This is the bad zone.
The entire town was a bad zone.
We fixed it,
That's good.
kind of.
That's good.
What happened in the town?
Town was also affected.
Shit. I learned from her. I pointed
Oh,
at
yeah.
the Ochu flip. Somehow the Ochu puts down all of its arms and just holds up one in the middle to flip him off.
Yeah. You Ilar just kind of looks at the Ochu like,
It's dead.
oh, okay. Well, the good news is silver linings and all, that it seems that most of the guardians that were loyal to the city guardians were infected, and
Oh, good. Fuck him.
Wow.
Oh, she's really taking a turn.
I really should never have left home. I've learned lots of bad words.
quite. But the good news is that has allowed forces that are loyal to the Grand Maester to reclaim the city.
Is that all you?
Yes, these are my guard.
We learned something when we were in the fairy place.
Perhaps now is not the time.
Perhaps we do this elsewhere because
It's true.
right
It's
here.
dangerous in there. There's a big, scary guy fighting another big, scary guy who's actually kind of our friend. I know I'm calling him friend. I kind of just like him, but
You feel a hand on your shoulder, and you see as Joker suddenly appears next to you and
Shit.
says, "Oh, I'm so touched."
did you win? Wait, are you dead?
Exactly.
I smack him on top of the mask.
Yes, I am alive. Thank you.
No, if I needed to send you, I needed to have him go step 100
All of a
paces
sudden, he
away.
falls over to the ground as you see the black veins have still.
He had 1 HP. You just killed him.
I sit down on the floor next to him and pump some cure wounds into him.
Make me a wisdom check.
Medicine
We'll
check?
call it a medicine check.
Medicine check?
Yeah, we'll call it a medicine check.
We'll call it a medicine check. 20 dirty.
So through your healing arts, you have seen corruption before. It looks like he has taken some damage, but it's not that's causing him to be unconscious at this moment.
Do you have any more of your corruption potion things?
I need to make more.
Can you do it?
No, right now, I'm sure.
He's like writhing on the ground and is like looking up at Asher and is like, "Get your mother!
What the fuck is she? You were her a few minutes ago.
Gave you to her before you left.
This?
Your mother's
Yes!
in your pocket.
Throw it to the ground, damn it!"
Take your mother out of your pocket. You're gonna suffocate her.
Just throws on the ground?
It smashes and then all of a sudden Juniper, in a blinding light, comes out of this light with her fucking sword drawn. It is like, what happened?
You can fix him. I like him now.
What?
Fix him.
Oh, okay, and he's not an Esper, is he? Or
What?
he's
It's
not
Joker.
a summon?
No, it's Joker.
Okay, he's a person.
We think.
Loose-
Joker, are you a
loosely.
person?
Yes, I'm a goddamn person!
He said yes. We met him. We saw his face. He's a person.
Okay,
He's
anyway.
more a person right now than he is. We've never seen his face.
and that cat, too.
You're a cat, Marquies.
I just found him.
But she now places her hand on Joker and begins to pull the corruption from his body through the bracelet that he has. And she looks at you, Asher, and she is like, "Would you mind helping me real quick? Just place your hands upon him and then listen for the green word. Go ahead and roll me we'll call it Arcana for you.
That is only a 9.
9. It's enough for what she needs. She wanted you to kind of focus your energy and do this mostly by herself or by yourself, but it seems like she kind of reads you and is like, okay, I still needs to teach you some things. So she mostly starts to draw upon your energy, and then you feel it kind of draining towards her instead of towards this towards Joker, and it begins to pull that black ichor away from his body. Well, that is that's something. You all look very worse for wear, as Elar, like, motions his guards inside.
Oh, I look fucking perfect.
We can I actually perfect too. My heel pushed me back up to tap.
I know I didn't take it.
Alright.
I don't want to pop out of my form.
Well, we saved Garuda.
It is good news.
She fucked us up, but we saved her anyway.
Make noises for yourself.
Are you stuck
And
like
I know
that, or are
this.
you choosing to stay like that?
Choosing to stay up this.
Well, let us speak upon this later. I'm sure you all could use a good rest
In a bath.
and a bath. Why don't you return to my home? We may use the amenities there.
We won't get arrested this time.
Did you not listen to a single word I said?
I heard the footnotes. Everybody's dead. That's right. We're good. Everybody's dead.
She might have some blood in her ears. It's okay.
Is that what that sloshing is?
You might be concussed. We should get that checked.
Oh, I'm dizzy now.
So, you guys know your way to Elar's home. It's one of the larger trees in the Southwest District, not too far from the temple here.
Are the kids still with us?
Mhm.
These are our kids now.
We know.
I always thought I'd make a good mother.
How big are they?
Huh?
How big are they?
They're not that big. They are probably about the size of a 10-year-old.
Big.
I mean, you probably could. You're just gonna carry them?
Carry one in each tentacle.
Yeah.
Carry one in each tentacle? Sure.
They're I'm sorry, they're her kids.
Wes,
She interacts great with you. Very motherly.
not in my experience.
Episode 1. So you guys head towards the tree. There is a caretaker there to greet you and take you up to Elar's home. And they say you may visit the springs on the base floor to wash up. If you need anything food-wise or anything else, just give us a call.
What about a pie?
Sure.
Apple.
Is there anything else anybody would like to request?
Nah. Forget.
So, you guys now have a moment to do what you would like. It is late afternoon now here on this plane.
Oh my god, that was like fucking long. We like almost died. Sorry about that, but yeah, like wow.
Oh my god, you died.
Yeah.
I didn't forget, but I kind of repressed it. It was a very stressful moment. You two have something in common now.
We've always had more in common with each other than the rest of you.
That's simply not true.
It's absolutely true. We're both from the city.
Oh.
None of you know what city life is like.
I don't even know what other people are like.
Well, let's see. There you go. There's another.
I mean, I grew up with several hundred. I mean, I could think
Like in a farming village or something.
something.
Several hundred people. That's like one class.
Whatever. You always think you're better than everyone else anyway. So
I don't think I'm better than anyone.
yeah, sure.
I mean, he has 6 books published about him.
You're going to bring that up constantly, aren't you? You won't let that one go ever.
No, you're famous.
I mean, Becky could write a book about her own life if she really wanted to.
Oh, see, there you go.
Nothing no one wants.
Debatable. You don't know unless you try, right?
Oh, Becky, it's easy. You apparently just need to make everything up.
I thought you said some of it was true.
Some of it is true.
But Suzanne's not real.
I don't know any Suzanne.
But your love story's my favorite part.
How many love stories are in these? You've only read one book.
Oh, I just started book 2. They're the new one every book, I think.
Good God. Who wrote these fucking books?
And the epic just keeps on going.
Oh, I think that her name is Caldwell.
Oh boy, it's
Whoa.
canon now.
I hope she
Well,
does a book signing. I'd like to meet her.
As much as it's interesting to regale these fictional romances, what's our next step here? We've
I have
already
no
found
idea.
2 that are corrupted. Where are we off to next?
I don't know. What's the next closest temple?
You're the one that should know
Business, business, business.
Why
Let's
would I
just be
know that?
happy we're
I failed my
alive.
test.
I agree. I'm happy we're alive and we can relax.
What's the next
But
closest temple?
There are. Who are you asking?
You, the DM.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
History check. Am I good at that? No. 5.
You don't know.
I don't know. They didn't give me a map when I failed my summoner test.
that. Do they give anyone a map?
I wouldn't know because I failed my test.
Well, you have since passed your test.
Yes, but not in the appropriate way, and everyone in the temple is dead.
That's fair.
We'll just ask Ilar.
Elar?
Elar.
What came up with the name?
I just wrote it down. I didn't know how to pronounce it. We'll just ask Elar when he comes back. He'll know. He didn't fail his test.
Okay. Well,
Or we could, I don't know.
Perhaps the twins would know. I mean,
They're from a different
seem-
plane.
just because they're from a different plane doesn't mean they're not in tune with corrupted chaos.
They're literally sitting there on the couch inside Elar's place, like both getting the candy that they found in his stash.
Oh, it's the pie.
Hmm?
It's the pie.
You haven't had a pie brought up to you yet.
well,
I mean,
You guys, you need to eat real food before you eat sweet food.
Do you have any real food?
I'm sure that there's something here. I go and find the kitchen.
There's not a pantry here because this is a communal area. The whole tree kind of acts as a community, so they have cooks that bring meals. So there's not really a kitchen per se.
I'm gonna wander around until I find food.
I mean, you find a pantry. There are dried goods and such, but nothing.
Do kids like crackers? Probably not. Sweet it is.
you should probably give the crackers to. It'll be more filling.
Give them a cracker.
So Alexis takes it and she starts eating, but Alexi's like, no, I'm gonna keep eating sweets. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys have the run of the area, so
Well, I think the next thing we should figure out is where the Grand Maester is hiding if he's not dead.
Yeah, that asshole. Like, we
No, we're
got
on
in
his
all
side.
sorts
No.
of trouble because, like, he basically let the bad cops take over. And I guess he's still alive and just like, oh, hey, I'm still alive running things, whatever.
He
Like,
can bet that Iliar
How
knows that he's
rude.
alive, and he's on his side too. He probably knows he's alive the same way he knew that Reese was alive. Everybody's faking their death. I'm never gonna believe someone's dead again. Unless I
Do
see
we have
a
any-
body.
So,
Do you have any idea of knowing where he is?
I mean, we can ask Ilar.
Elar.
We can ask Elar when he gets back. It's possible that this other faction it had during the initial, I don't know. It's possible he was kidnapped for some time. Maybe they rescued him. Who knows?
Either that or he found out that there was a plot to kill him and he faked it, had someone help him fake it so that he could escape, you know. He learned about the plot. He ran his very spy. And now you have to solve it. That's your job.
In one of your books.
No, you haven't done that. That's gonna be book 7 once you do it.
Well, we'll ask him when he gets back, what he knows. Hopefully, we can also figure out where we need to go next to stop more,
We also talked about going back to the place where we found Juniper because there might be a temple there with the sun. I think that
Yeah.
we talked about that.
well, yeah, I still have my bracelet, and I didn't like explore everything that it showed me, but like, yeah, there was like a big crystal brought there. So like, there could be like an Aeon or an Esper like hiding in the ruin.
We could look. We could go
that
back.
no one
Although
knows about.
we could go back and check. I mean, we're quite a ways away from there. A couple of days. Yes. But maybe we'll see what our plan is once we know more information. Talk.
You
Well.
see the twins have gotten up and are like wandering towards the door.
Where are you going?
We're going down to the spa.
Oh no.
I forgot there was a
Just gonna
spot
say
coming
that.
too. You want a bath?
Yeah. Watch me back in my phone.
I didn't know if there was still a you. You wanted a bath?
Yes.
Anyone else want a bath? You probably don't, unless it's a private bath.
I'm quite fine, actually.
Not a private.
Really didn't break a sweat during. Also, don't seem to perspire very much. A good thing.
Probably because you're dead.
No, don't think that's it.
Maybe you're a
Okay,
fish.
cool. You all settle this. Bye. And I go to the spa.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Me too. Asher?
Mhm.
Spa? Okay, bye.
I didn't say I'm not going with.
No,
That I'm
you
not
didn't
going
want to
with.
see us naked.
The older woman that had met you at the entrance is now outside. She has towels for everyone, and she lets you know that there is a man and a woman side. So
Well, looks like Asher and I are hanging out in the water well.
You got Marquies.
Watches.
It'll be bubble
He
buddies.
can watch you guys naked. To be fair, you're like in a full outfit. They won't know if you're a man or a woman.
agendered.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Maybe I am. You don't know that.
Anyway, so you guys head down the giant spiral staircase here and reach the first floor. And the old woman points you back towards the baths. They are a natural hot spring divided into 2. So you go into whatever prospective sides that you have, and you find there are very comfortable sulfur springs here underneath this tree.
It's time to get clean.
Becky strips down without thinking and just walks on over to the spa. And,
Ellie does not have a filter.
I guess the other ladies in there, even though her wings have grown back, you probably see some scar tissue running down.
That looks painful.
You have no.
I like whip my whole dress off and like toss it on the ground and cannonball into the water.
Alexis thinks that's fun too, and like shucks her robes and like does a cannonball off the side too and makes a little splash.
It splashes into Becky, and her hair is like drenched down in front of her, and she does not.
So you're the ring girl.
Yeah.
I just imagine her mascara and stuff is running too.
No man, Becky is hardcore. She wears waterproof.
You guys,
Other,
we'll go ahead.
Are there any other patrons while the guys go into their side?
No, seems like you guys have the run of the spa to yourself.
Okay, well then, of course, strip down, jump in, and like just like float around a bit and just relax and kind of zone out and just lay there for a bit. I'd probably keep an eye on Marquies just to see what he's doing, just like if he's like just standing there watching us, or if he's like hears around, or I'm a little.
Or did
interested
Marquise
what
go
he's
on the
doing.
girl side?
Maybe.
What does Marquise want to do?
Oh, he probably just went with the other two guys.
Probably for the best. That old lady would have seen straight through you.
Asher, you jumping in?
He'd probably just like ease himself into because he is wore out. Because I assume it's just a big hot spot, like hot springs. He'd
Mhm.
probably just
Flop in and
he'd just like slide in and just like do that thing where you just like hold on and just soak, and just relax.
it's a couple seconds and Juniper joins you guys on your side as well, the ladies.
I guess the real question for everyone now: do Vera have cotton?
I don't think they have tails.
They don't have tails.
They don't have tails.
It could have been hidden back there. We don't know.
They have some tail because they got that booty, but
Right.
It's very
In
toned. They're
exchange
always
for
toned.
tail, you have a voluptuous ass.
exactly.
Right.
All Vera though do walk on their tippy toes. As you, I guess those of you that aren't Vera now kind of see that most of of Ellie's and Juniper's shoes, they had this pretty high heel on the back of them to compensate for them walking on their toes.
That's why Ellie wears weird stilettos.
Yep.
Heel boots.
Those things are fucking weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, battle boots. But yeah,
Bayonetta.
they, Juniper walks into the springs on her tippy toes until she gets in and just kind of floats around a little bit. And she says, well, that was a day.
What happened?
When we were teleported away, I woke up in the middle of the city, and then Joker was there as well, and I asked him how he got there, and he said, don't worry about it. And then there was this flash of lights, and I remember my power being drawn upon. And then she kind of thinks for a second, and she says, I felt like I dreamt that something terrible had happened to Asher.
Oh no, you don't know. He's fine. He did great. He was very strong and fierce and ferocious. He saved all. He also died.
He what?
He got better.
He got better.
How?
Well,
Okay.
you but not you saved him.
I think something stabbed him real hard right in the chest.
No, how did he get better?
We asked you nicely.
We asked really nicely and he was brought back to life.
Who did you ask?
Well,
As Ellie stands up out of the water and just...
Her boobs do anime physics.
I mean, I guess if Joker was playing you, then Joker kind of set up the ritual, and then we all like came forward and like did our part, made like pleas and
We told him how awesome he
sacrifices to
was,
bring him back.
and we willed his soul back into his body so I didn't have to send him.
A lot to process.
Yes, but your son's not dead.
That's...
I think this is more about you and him.
Joker put on a real good show with not you because he cried and everything. It was honestly like I should condemn him for his beautiful acting. That was great. He did great. I felt real emotion there. I cried too. I mean, I was that mostly because I was sad that Asher was dead, but also by the performance that Joker put on.
As strange as it is, and we'll deal with all of that later, I'm a little worried about what this Joker is completely capable of.
Well, he can clearly bring someone back from the dead, which doesn't seem very normal, seeing as Marquise is an oddity.
Well, I mean, he didn't turn into Marquies.
No, I don't get any unsent energy from him. I don't think. Remind me to snip your son when we get out of this.
Don't sniff my son.
I have to see if he's been unsent.
I would
He wants to see if I'm unscented.
unscented candle.
He's probably not. But just in case, I'll make him stand 100 feet away from me when I send things to, like Marquise. They can stand in a corner.
Right.
Well, I don't want to unsend them. I should. As a summoner, if they're unsent, I should send them. But I'm not going to do it. Don't tell him.
Anyway, what are your plans after this?
We have never had plans the entire time we've traveled together.
I suppose that your friend's father would be the best to find more information out from.
Yes, well, we're gonna ask him when he comes back.
A good idea.
You keep traveling, it's getting dangerous.
I have missed my son. At the same time, I miss my husband as well. So I might make a trip back to the city.
You should. I bet your husband misses you.
I'm sure he does.
Just don't tell anyone in the city you've seen us, because we're still wanted felons.
Ah, yes, quite.
I mean, honestly, if you could do anything while you're there to make us not wanted felons anymore, that would be great.
I'm not the law.
I know. I promise
Well-
I'll try not to let your son die again.
Well, it sounds like they're starting to root out the bad guards. So I think things are going to get a little
And
easier
it
for
seems
us,
like-
at least going to cities.
And it seems like we do have allies.
Yeah.
And Alexis is like, yeah, we are allies.
Are you coming with us?
No, we shall return home.
Good. I was gonna say you're children. You shouldn't. It's getting very dangerous. People are dying.
You do know that we are only children in body.
I'm an adult. I don't understand.
You see, on the Sylvan plane, one does not age quite as rapidly as you would here. My brother and I are 50 years old, in your term.
Well, then fake junipers, they're just children excuse doesn't really hold up, does it?
It was easier to let you all think that we were just children. It was our initial duty given to us by the elders to take over for Garuda should anything have happened to her.
Well, we figured out how to deal with that. And I think that it'll work the next time we have to do it, if there's a next time as well.
It is good to hear.
Or I'll just jump into the crystal.
If you think that is best.
Well, I would rather be brave like Blaize and sacrifice myself than everyone die. Yeah,
Fair enough.
don't tell anyone. Except for the people that are in this room. They'll know.
And Alexi will know as well.
Can
We share a link.
we used to all share a link too, but mine blew up.
We share a psychic bond. Sometimes it's annoying.
I imagine you don't get a lot of.
Depends on the situation.
Hopefully, when you're pooping.
Yes, well,
I get very uncomfortable when someone tries to talk to me while I'm.
right. Anyway,
It can't just be me. It's my private
Are you wondering what your favorite wacky nerds are up to? Search for Campaigns of the Plains on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and make sure to follow and like us to keep up with all our content and news. You might also find exclusive content for fans only. Remember to catch us on YouTube every Friday at noon for a new episode of Campaigns of the Plains.
anyway, Alexi over on your guys' side asks you, so what are your plans from here on out?
That's a great question. As far as I know, we're just gonna go temple to temple and solve the corruption. I'm not sure which temple's next. But Elar will tell us where to go. I hope. I mean, we're kind of just helping Ellie out as much as we can.
Well,
We don't have a lot to go off of.
you're not just helping Ellie. Anytime you do save these crystals, you are helping the entire world. I know that is a rather big step, one that you probably don't think about, but it is much appreciated.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's very important. It's part of her journey, and we're here to help be her wardens, I guess. So it's all part of the day's journey, you know.
Well, wherever it is that you end up, just know that we are only a call away should you need us.
How would we call you?
Well, that is a good question. And you see him kind of look over towards where you would assume the female section is, and you see as Alexis kind of rolls her eyes, and then he kind of snaps out of it and he goes, "Right, there's something I should give you. It is in my robes, but do remind me."
Okay. It would be great if we could have your help in the future if we need to, talk to the Council of Elders, or if we ever need to go back and go shopping? Question mark. But you're also very important to everything.
Well, we appreciated coming to the material plane for the first time. It was an enlightening journey.
Well, I mean, you've only seen some bad parts so far. I mean, the spot's pretty cool, but there's a whole world out there that you haven't explored.
You're right, and one day we may journey it, but we used much of our energy to be here on the material plane, so we must return and rejuvenate.
I'm sure it's taxing being outside your plane.
It is. and you see now as these fireflies start to float off of Alysia, and he says, "Oh, I guess our time here is up. It is taxing maintaining a physical form here."
Does his robe start disappearing too?
No.
Well, this has been very helpful. Do you want us to grab whatever it is from your robes, or should we just?
Yes, help yourselves. There was just a few things that we grabbed for our journey, so whatever is there is yours now.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure we will use them well. I hope things back on your plane go well. And I appreciate all your help. How old are you? You're not like 10, right? You're way too wise.
He kind of smiles and he says, "And you are wise for thinking so." And he said, it kind of winks at you, and then he looks at all of you and he does the hand sign for the Temple of the Faith, and he says, "We'll walk with you for as long as we can. Keep the faith." And he bows to you, and you see as the fireflies kind of float away, there is a form that remains for a second. It is this bluish light energy, and it is not quite humanoid. It has what you might describe as a head, this round visage, and these two appendages that kind of look like wings, and then small little wisps that might be construed as feet. And there's a flash and it's gone. And over on the lady's side, you see as the fireflies start to float off of Alexis, and she says, "Oh, my time here is up.
I hope we can see you again sometime.
I'm sure you would.
Thank you for all your help."
Anytime." And you see the same visage as the fireflies float off, and you see now a pinkish light. Same kind of visage as I described earlier, and it is gone in a flash.
That was cool.
That
We'll
was
see them again.
weird.
Becky, that form looked exactly like the pre-Esper that you had made a pact with.
And familiar. Huh. So, ladies, what are we doing the rest?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't know. Is there anything fun to do in this town? I don't know. I just feel like wild and free.
I don't know. Is there anything fun to do in this town?
I don't know, did Ellie ever do anything fun and
What would
wild
Ellie
in this
think?
town?
No. The question is, what would Ellie think is fun?
That is a question. What would Ellie think is fun?
There's a little a library in one of the trees nearby. And on the weekends I'd go wild and just pick something random and read it.
Okay, I like where you're going, but let's, I don't know, maybe turn it up about 10 knots.
There used to be a bar Reese would go to, but I don't.
A bar?
I've never been there, and I'm not a big drinker. In
Well,
fact,
I'm not
I
a
don't drink
drinker
at all.
either,
But it exists. If you want to, is that what people do? Do they go to bars?
Juniper's like, "Hell yeah, we go to bars."
Okay, let's go get.
let's go down.
I don't. I mean, I do dance. I do like dancing.
Oh my god, this is perfect.
We need outfits. We need dancing outfits.
Becky wants to go get turned.
We need dancing outfits.
And then I pause, and then I turn to Jen and I say, "You're coming with, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get you dressed."
Let's go get dancing outfits. On the boys' side, Poppy just kind of is floating on like this on the water, like
Next to Asher, I'm
next
assuming.
to Asher, just doing. And every once in a while, Poppy looks over at Asher, like making sure he's still dead and still alive, checking for breathing.
I'm gonna go through Alexi's thing, the robes.
So you wander over and start poking over in his robes, and there is this strange formation of a crystal. It is a bicolored gem. It kind of branches off like this into two separate sections. Like there's a cluster at the base, and it separates like this. And one side is blue, one side is pink. And then he also left behind his staff. So whoever would like to wield that, the staff itself has a sister staff over on your guys' side. It looks like it was hewed from the same branch, and they look like they are two halves of one staff that may have been split in half. So they come up to these half arching circles at the top, and they have like this weave of leather in the middle, and each one has a small gem on the inside of it, and these little thorns that kind of poke up on the other side.
I wonder if she needs
Well,
this.
Alexi's staff is black, and Alexis's staff is white.
Do they do anything?
I don't know, do they?
Since I was watching Marquies, and I saw him walk over to the robes, I'm assuming he picked up the staff, and I would say audibly like, "Oh, surprised he left his staff. That's unique. Are you looking for a new staff, Marquise? If not, perhaps one of the girls would like it. I might have use for it."
I'm not sure about this. It's not exactly ours, and if they come back, they may be needing their stuff.
Well, he said we could take his things.
We got someone that can identify it, don't we?
Becky can.
Well, maybe when we all reconvene, we can see if Beck can figure out if there's anything special about them.
I hope he doesn't need to.
You get a message in your head, Marquise. Hey, you should ask the other boys if they want to go get drunk and dance.
Do you want to go get drunk and dance?
Asher, did that sound like a proposition to you? Do you think Marquise is asking us out on a date?
I'm asking
Sure,
for
we're
Elspeth.
fully nude and he was just sitting there laughing. It was bizarre. Not the most bizarre thing I've ever done.
That's fair. I mean, regardless, I will take you up because I love to dance.
Great, I'm sure
but-
Elspeth can tell you where to meet up when you get back with her.
Oh, are you not joining us?
I don't know where we would be going if we are going to get drunk and dance.
What? How did you, Alec? Who did you hear that from?
Apparently, she can talk in people's heads without the link pearl.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yes,
Can you respond?
No.
I am not sure.
You can certainly try.
Did any of the girls keep their link pearls in, or did you take them all out?
I don't know.
Because we could try and communicate through the link pearls, but I don't know if you guys got them in.
I mean, depends. Din, do you have your link pearl in?
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Becky? Did you leave your link pearl in as you got into the spas?
Oh, I am as naked as the day I was born, so.
So that's a no. All right. I mean, you don't know whether or not they do. So, I mean, talking through the link pearl is a 50-50.
Right. I would tell Marquise, perhaps using the link pearl is probably a safer way of communicating than trying to think at Ellie, even if she can't hear you. But don't make me swim all the way over there and get mine and put it back in. It sounds like a lot of work. I'm cozy.
What are you wanting me to say?
That we'll join them for drinks and dancing.
That's it? You just, okay.
What-
Yeah, we're gonna
what
join up
else
for
would you-
D&D.
What else would you like me to say?
Yeah, what time of the day is it at this point? You said afternoon earlier.
Yeah. It was late afternoon. Now it's getting into earlier evening.
Well,
so.
we're just gonna day drink. That's really
Okay.
what we should be doing.
Yeah.
This is
We've
like-
been through the shit. It's cool.
Yeah, I died today.
Yeah.
You've got a reason to
Deserve a
drink. Yeah.
We've had a long day. It's cool.
I will paddle over towards Asher and just like lay flat on my back and just kind of float next to him. And I'll ask him, how are you feeling after all that? I understand that was a lot, dying and all, and seeing your mother be Joker. I'm sure that was weird, but how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Confused, tired.
I mean, I'm sure the bath feels nice, but you'll probably just need a good long rest to get over, the fatigue.
There's suddenly on the gentleman's side there is a splash in the water away from your current location. Marquise, you did see some figure just suddenly fall almost as if from the sky and splash into your guys' springs.
Okay. Was I able to make out who or what it might be?
Go ahead and what's your passive perception?
Like 20 something?
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
20.
Yeah. It was a very stark naked figure wearing a mask.
Oh, naked joke.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see as the face of Joker finally, after some bubbles come up from this the bottom of the spring, you see his mask face come up, and he goes, "That was harder than it normally is."
Where did you come from?
The teleporting.
Is the water like murky or is it like crystal clear?
Oh no, it's a little steamy, but yeah, it's pretty clear water.
Okay. I will like look Joker up and down and be like, huh, so that's what you look like without clothes. Cool. What are you doing here? We're trying to relax and get over all of that stuff that we just had to deal with.
Yeah, same. I mean, I literally saved all of your lives, especially yours, as he looks towards Asher.
Now, what was that all about?
It was about making sure you didn't die.
But why did you do that as my mother, not just as you?
Well, I had a part to play, and so did you, and I felt that if you all knew which part I was playing, then Ace would see through the ruse.
Why were you so willing to go into the crystal?
Well, if you want to know a secret, and he leans in, swims up to you guys and kind of leans in, and he says, I was kind of hoping Ellie would finally get a hold of her, summoning dead legends powers.
You
We're
give
still
her a
working
lot
on
of
that.
credit.
It was a big gamble. I took a lot of gambles today, but it paid off decently well, except for, and he kind of like rubs his shoulder and like makes some popping sounds, and he's like, it was a hell of a fight with my brother, and I'm glad the rules were able to bend a little bit.
Are you still suffering from the corruption?
No. His mother made sure that she got all of that, thankfully. But it's more so the exertion that I had to place upon. It looks like he's trying to say something, but he can't quite. Like something's holding him back. He's like, the thing I'm not supposed to talk about.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, you did the best what you could do under the circumstances, and we appreciate your help.
Well,
I
the only
mean-
thing is that Ace is not dead, so...
I mean, prevented him from killing us. That's better than nothing.
Yes, but I was hoping to kill him, but the thing that I cannot talk about prevents me from doing such.
Right. The whole contract can't kill or attack your sibling.
It is a nuisance, but yes.
Ah, well, at least you were there to help us defend against his attack. I mean, I don't know where we'd be without you.
Well, Juniper would be a big pussy mess.
Right. Yes, she would be less best for wear. She'd be injured.
And Asher would probably be dead.
Again,
Oh,
thank
you're
you
just
for
gonna keep,
that.
gonna keep gloating about yourself over there, aren't you?
I mean, I did save your lives multiple times. Yes, I am going to gloat.
I'm not sure about everyone else, but it seems as though we fared just fine.
You didn't do half bad.
I still have
Some-
2 temp HP.
I also have 2 temp HP left.
Some of us fared better than others.
He says, well, I suppose it's time that you all, got a rest or something.
They
Right.
haven't responded to me about the drinking and the dancing. Does somebody have a link, Pearl?
I do.
Can you ask them again? I don't think that they heard me.
You guys are gonna go drinking and dancing.
Marquies, you hear Asher, I don't know if you're wearing your link pearl.
Yeah.
You guys over there just hear Joker's voice come over, and he's like, no.
He said,
That was Joker.
oh.
It's no fun.
He's not invited.
I thought he was fan for drink.
He's invited again.
And he kind of motions toward you guys, and he's like, go have fun, you've earned it.
I mean, you deserve to have fun as much as we do. I mean, I'm sure Ellie would like you to join us, as well as the rest of the girls.
It's fine. I plan on resting and regaining some energy, and maybe even doing some reconnaissance to see where it is next that we should go.
Well, if you hear, let us know. We're waiting to hear back from Ilar.
Yes, that would probably be a good place of information as well. So, you guys head out of the spas. Who is picking up Alexi's staff?
I'll grab it.
Alexis?
Alexis.
Yeah, I'm taking all of his things for now.
So in his person, or on his robes rather, he had a small bag of components, for up to, we'll say 5 spells. He also had a silver bangle with a rainbow gem inset, and then he also had his black staff. Oh, and the bicolored gem. Who is taking Alexis's?
I can grab it.
You're grabbing it?
Yeah, it's jumped in the pool with me. Her pile's next to my pile.
Sure. So she has her white staff. She also has a silver bangle with a rainbow colored gem inset, and she has a spell scroll.
Ooh, what is it?
You don't know.
Becky,
Ooh,
I
what
don't
you
need
got
it. I don't spell scroll. That's you.
I unfurl it and kind of glance at the top.
You speak Sylvan and read Sylvan, right?
Well, I don't. Given enough time, I can comprehend.
Yeah, it's in a very strange language that you cannot read as you unfurl
Got
it.
it. Can't read this right now. I'll have to take like 10 minutes. But come on, we need to get like dressed up and go out. We can take care of this.
Yeah,
That's
let's go
fine.
get some. Let's go get some. Like, I look at Becky for confirmation. Hot clothes?
Oh, yeah.
Jacket.
Like, cause when you go out to the club, you look hot.
She looks around at everybody there for confirmation.
I even look at Juniper.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go find a clothing store. Hopefully we can catch them before they close.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you guys leave as well, and you see the girls look like they're about to head out the front entrance to the tree here.
We're gonna go shopping for some hot clothes.
As opposed to cold clothes.
Oh, your usual attire is pretty hot.
Until time, I'm not sure.
What?
What'd you say?
Understand.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
what do you mean hot clothes?
Hot
it's not.
clothes.
It's not like it's not snowing. Or
No, hot clothes.
No, it's like hot like a way of life, you know? Like
Yeah, like Becky.
whatever. You wouldn't understand Mr. 10 novels or whatever.
We're gonna show off our breasts and
Din looks at you super uncomfortable.
and dance or something. I don't know. I'm new at this. I'm taking all my directives from Becky today.
How big is this village?
It's
It's a city.
decent size, yeah. It is the
It's
capital.
the capital.
Okay,
It's not.
so this. I mean,
It-
it's not like.
It's not your guys' city, but it would probably be about a full district of your city.
Okay.
I mean, most of it's vertical, so
Mm-hmm.
Hot clothes.
it's bigger than it looks.
Okay.
It's bigger on the inside.
Big man on the inside.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds fantastic. You have fun shopping for your clothes.
And then we're gonna go dancing. Are you coming?
I am not going to get new clothes.
No, dancing, not clothes. I don't think guys need hot clothes. Although Becky did say that Milos was wearing hot clothes. I'm new to this. And Asher always looks like he's in hot clothes.
That metal cannot be all sorts of.
He doesn't- I bet we could put an enchantment on there to make it breezy,
Oh.
like a little fan inside
Waste a whole spell or a whole material
Yeah.
slot on.
it.
Chilly.
Comfort is important in battle.
Yeah, right.
Let's go shopping before the
Might
stores
help for,
close.
Yeah. So, where's the nearest shopping? Close. The nearest seamstress tailor.
So, are you guys heading out as well?
Well, I would look at Asher and say, "Do you want to get new clothes? I'm fine. Seems like Marquies is fine. It looks like it might be a girl's thing.
So
Yeah, just
take her stuff up to the room.
Fine.
I'll just go and I am going to go try and see if there's anywhere where I might be able to find some more supplies for.
You're gonna come with us? I loop my arm into your arm.
I'm not
Yep,
getting-
he's coming with us.
All right. So, Asher and Milos are headed upstairs.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any shopping I need to do.
Okay. So the rest of you, as you leave this tree, you've been in here for maybe like 2.5, 3 hours or so. The air outside, for a city having been attacked, has definitely changed since when you came. When you came, it felt like the city was it was doing its thing, but like it was very quiet. It seemed to be a little oppressive, kind of feeling everywhere that you went, and there were guardians patrolling the city quite a few places. When you leave this tree, you see a number of people like out in the city, like drinking from wineskins, and like there is quite a body like raucous coming from the center of town. You hear music everywhere that you go.
Wow, we're gonna have our pick of places to go party.
Jesus, it's like the ending of a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
What's Star Wars?
It's a fantastic play. You got to see it if we go back to the city.
You like plays?
Yes.
I love plays. Well, I like reading plays. The play scripts. I've never seen one.
Oh, it's quite a lot of fun.
It's a date.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Let's go get hot clothes.
I thought you would say something different.
Yeah, you see like just everybody's out partying. It seems like the oppressive nature of the city when you guys came in is now completely gone. And like I said, you hear music, you hear merriment being made all over the place. There are bright lights coming from a number of the trees in the city itself, and you don't have to go very far to find a throng of merrymakers, and they're gathered around this 3-person band. We'll call it a band. Music makers, why not? And they're playing a rather raunchy piece of music that seems to be making fun of the Guardians in general, and also like coming out on names, just naming like some high summoners and some high lawmakers, and things being inserted into their bodies in where lights don't shine. Just kind of seems like the people have had enough of the Guardians and are letting everybody know.
Oh, this song's gonna be stuck in my head for days. Although I can't say half of these words. They make me blush.
It's fine. Din will teach you later.
Din's just writing it down.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one yet.
That's a new one.
Can't write it down.
Oh yeah. You forget.
Scribbles.
Scribble.
Yes, I shall definitely remember what squiggly line means later. But yeah, you go up and you ask where the nearest clothier may be, and rather large half-orcish woman. She seems to have ditched most of her clothes as well, as she is kind of really in a banded top and very short skirt as she is dancing around, and she points you guys over to the next tree.
I like her clothes.
Yeah. I was thinking something just kind of simple, like getting like black cocktail dress.
That's not simple.
Yeah.
It needs to be bedazzled.
What sort of dance are you trying to go to?
Oh, I got bedazzled, and I turned my cape of fashion into like silver sequins.
Beautiful.
Now I just need the
Let's go. Poor Marquies is just here.
Are you yanking him into the...
Oh yeah, you wanted to go. You wanted a general store.
Well, anywhere that I can get supplies for my alchemical solutions here, so that I can maybe try and make sure to keep us alive at least long enough that we might be able to, bring someone back from the dead if it happens again.
The half-orc woman overhears you and she goes, "Oh, you're an alchemist!"
He's the best alchemist. He has 6 books written about him.
And she's like super drunk, so she just goes,
You should give him autograph.
and she like goes over to you, Marquies, and like she pulls down her top and like is like,
Oh my! I put my hands over Marquies' mask. Don't look.
he can't sign if he can't see.
That's fair. Okay, never mind.
She's not showing nipple or anything, but she's got it.
Deep cleavage.
Yeah.
Do you need a pen?
I am. Why? What?
Drunk, just oblige her.
It falls out.
places Marquies has signed his name.
Yep, there's a new list coming.
Okay. Yeah, I'll on her chest.
All right. And she like looks down and she's like, "When was Komisu? Awesome." She's reading your name upside down on her breast.
Right.
Do you know where an alchemical shop is?
Yeah, it's over there, but it's not open right now. That's because William's here. And she points over and you see this dwarf who, not dwarf, sorry, this gnome who has been handing these beakers out to everyone. And it seems like he's got an alembic, a portable station here. He's brewing drinks
You
for
should
people
help
here.
William. Maybe if you help him mix drinks, he'll give you a discount tomorrow.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go over and see what he's doing, and maybe lend a hand if.
So you approach this this gnome, and he is dressed in very loud colors, tie-dye to be precise. He's got a headband on. He's got his hair like back in a ponytail, and he's got this little wisp of a soul patch on his chin, and he has a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and this tie-dye vest and slacks, and he is just like pumping this foot portion to brew his brew, and he's handing out to whoever's taking any, and he like you come up to him and he is like, "Here you go, my boy."
Oh no, I do not.
I come up behind Marquies and just take it.
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. I regret everything. 14?
Not bad. So you manage to take this very stiff drink and you manage to negate some of the alcoholic effects. However, there is something else added in here, and all of a sudden, those around Ellie see her eyes widen into these giant saucer-like, just goes almost completely black. Her irises do, and you, Ellie, now start to see colors floating in the air.
Oh, hell.
Seeing the extreme pupil dilation.
Marquies,
I
do you
want-
see that?
He grabs a vial from her and goes, "Whoops! That'll last till morning." And then
Look at that majestic butterfly. Why is it so big?
I want to examine the. Well, you only like sipped a little of it.
Mhm.
I want to examine the rest of this brew.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you take it back from William and he goes, "All right, here you go." And it has this like swirling, like silvery type color to it. And every once in a while you see these little flashes of light on the inside of it. Ellie, you look at it and it looks like a tornado of colors.
Whoa. Oh, it's so pretty.
What is this?
I call it Bay Brew.
Ah,
Opens up the senses. Wasn't supposed to be ready yet, but oh well.
We can go get hot clothes. And start wandering away.
I'm supposing the girls are wandering with Ellie.
Yes, come on.
Make sure she doesn't wander too far.
She'll be
But we
fine.
got her.
I'm just gonna keep this.
Yeah, okay.
What does it do?
Well, I mean, it's just supposed to be alcohol, but it widens the senses to the planes around you.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so it lets you see the other planes, or
Well, I mean, we're all attached, aren't we?
is this some sort of philosophical thing? I'm
No, it's a scientific thing.
okay.
The
Well,
planes are all attached to each other.
listen, I'm only kind of recently learning about all of this weird planar stuff. By way of a doorknob on a tree.
Sounds like a good drink.
I'm not sure that it's really not. But yeah, no, it was an actual thing.
You see him being like, "Go on," and
You
he's
also-
like writing
right.
down, and you see him write in his notebook, "Doorknob on a tree."
That sounds like a good drink.
Yeah, it led to some things.
As doors do, yeah.
Well, you open it and you go into the tree. And next thing you know, you're inside of a giant circus tent.
It's just Marquise having a mental breakdown.
You're being super serious, but he's like, whatever you had, I need some.
I wish I could say I had anything. I do not dabble in my own creations.
Speaking of, do you have anything on you?
Like what?
Oh, anything can be made a brew.
Oh well, I do have this. I call it Purity A.
Oh, the tree bark. You also have the weird mushrooms that I got for you.
Yeah. Well, it's about 98% alcohol.
That could be fun, yeah.
It helps my friend that you just gave that brew to.
Becky, your skin is shimmering.
The runes that are going up and down in Becky's wings, you now see her like strobing.
Oh, we could throw a dance party in her wings.
Becky kind of like gives her the side eye and like, yeah, okay.
This is how raves were invented.
Yep. Fantasy raves. But yeah, no, he welcomes you, and you can spend the evening brewing with him if you like.
Yeah, I'll chill with the crazy brewmaster.
All right.
I feel like this is just gonna cut to like an hour later with like fantasy bartender Marquies like flipping things upside down and tossing bottles in the air and doing weird tricks and shit. Everybody's like out watching him and the other guy like, woo, tricks!
So you guys go into the nearby tree where you were pointed, and you step into this tree, which seems like just recently had one of those bead curtains placed at its entrance. Looks like it was hastily put up, but now you see multicolored beads, and for you, Ellie, it's like walking through a rainbow.
She takes the beads in her hands and does this.
They make clacky sounds.
Magical.
There is a woman on the inside, and she's just kind of humming to herself as like she's kind of copying the music that's being played outside, and she seems to be working on something. She's got stitching in her lap, and she is blue-skinned, bald head. She's got 4 arms that are stitching all together. This race is very rare. She is a Vidalcan woman.
Oh my gosh, you're doing that so fast. It's like you have 4 arms.
My dear, I do have 4 arms. And she smiles and
Keep it up.
she smiles and she stands up and she like very gracefully in her long very like cosmic purple and glittery dress like glides over to Ellie and like places all 4 palms on your face and says, "See?"
So many touches.
I think Becky like pulled Billy back and like, hey, sorry, my friend here had like something weird to drink. We just need some party clothes.
A man in
Got
a
anything
rainbow
nice?
outfit gave me a drink, and now I see rainbows.
Lucky you.
It's beautiful in here.
So, you are needing some clothes for the evening?
We want hot girl clothes.
Indeed.
Yeah. Do you have something like in black?
I do. And she, again, not stepping, but gliding across the floor, glides back to a rack near where she was sitting, and she goes through using, like, the 2 arms on her side to kind of go through and, like, one at a time, and she's like, "Ah, yes, this shall do you. Here, go slip this on." And she points you to one of the changing rooms off to the side.
I gleefully take it and prance to the dressing room.
And what shall I do for the rest?
I don't know what hot girl clothes look like. But I want something sparkly and sheer. Like when
She places one of her lower hands on her chin and looks at you and says, I think I have an idea. And she glides again over to the rack and she comes back with this dual-colored dress. It is very see-through, very sheer, except for in the private areas.
in the private areas, it's got paneling.
Yep. But she says, "Why don't you go try this on?
Okay, it's dancing. Should it be
It
dancing?
should be when it's on you."
Okay.
And what about you, dear?
A clothes.
A clothes. And she kind of looks you over a little bit, and she says, think I might have something for you. And she glides over to the counter and she reaches behind and picks up a satchel. And she says, "Why don't you go try this on?" And she points to another changing room. Becky, you come out and your apparel is this very dark, but it looks like she has almost sewn different strands of metals in, like silver, gold, into it at portions. And she says, "Go on, give it a twirl."
Oh yes, I twirl in the mirror.
As
Oh,
as
yeah.
as you do, the dress in portions lights up like stars in the night sky as you do.
This girl is on fire.
This is beautiful. Oh, I can get like it to sparkle.
Magic.
Oh, how much for this one?
For you, my dear, why don't you take it this evening?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Next out, Ellie comes out, and she is in this sheer dress, very low cut arms, like they're the ones that are like right there across your arms, and they do show a little bit of cleavage.
That's okay. Her regular outfit has like the V that goes down to the belly button.
It's fair. But this dress is a swirl of pink and purple, and she says, "Go ahead, give it a spin."
Okay, I spin and then I go, "I'm dizzy."
For you, Ellie, it's quite a trip. For you, Becky, you see as soon as Ellie stops twirling, the colors on the clothes continue to swirl.
Oh my god, that is like perfect for you.
Am I still spinning? I think I'm still spinning, Becky. You're spinning
Sorry.
too.
I'm sparkling, and
Oh.
like I like jiggle my hips a little bit.
How much is this?
Take it for the evening, dear.
Okay, where's Din?
Din comes out of her changing room, and Din, inside the satchel, you had actually found this dark, leathery two-piece, and it has like the bikini style top, and then like a skirt, but the skirt kind of goes down a little bit further. It's this dark black leather, but on the leather itself, as you unrolled it, you actually see that there are scales that have been placed on the front and back, and then like on the shoulders, and then on the dress going down each of the legs. And the scaling itself looks to be dragon scales, and the scales shimmer with this green and blue color.
You look hardcore. Yes.
Yes, work it.
I think it's time to dance party now.
The dress, your outfit as well for the evening also came with a headband with dragon's teeth.
Ooh. You look super cool.
And she looks at all of you and she says, "Marvelous. Just one finishing touch." And she goes behind the counter and she comes out with this palette, and she starts to do all of your makeup. And Becky, she gives you just a little bit of blush, some dark eyeliner there that goes like that Egyptian deep cut across the eyes a bit to accentuate that feature. Bright red lipstick, and she goes, "Perfect." She goes over to you, Ellie, and she gives you a little bit of blush high up on your cheeks, and then just a little beauty mark there right on your cheek as well. And then Din, she comes over for you and she like puts the palette over, and then you see that there is actually like paint, not makeup, on this side.
Oh, like Din's gonna fidget.
Huh?
Din's gonna fidget.
She begins to paint, and you see she paints these blue upside down like triangles underneath your eyes, and then she puts just a little bit of eyeliner on you to match the blues and greens, or eyeshadow rather, not eyeliner. And she goes, "Marvelous. Go have fun, dears."
Yeah, it's time to dance.
Thank you.
Thank
What's
you.
your name?
My name is Maria.
How do you solve dinner? Okay, but
Thanks, Maria.
You're welcome, and say hi to the prince, if you would please.
Prince? Milos.
Hi to the-
And she just kind of smiles at you.
I can't tell him. You're gonna have to tell him. I don't have a link pearl anymore.
Hey, Milos, you know a Maria?
DM, do I know a Maria?
Probably not. No. Either that or you know many. Either way.
Right. Probably. I meet a lot of people. What? Why?
Well, she knows you, and she let us alone these beautiful dresses.
Well, that was nice of her. Are you guys ready to go out on the town?
Yeah, where you want to meet up?
Well, I'm assuming Ellie knows the club. I don't know where these.
Hey, Ellie, where is this bar you know?
The party's in the streets now.
And Maria speaks.
Sorry.
Oh, she said the party's in the streets now.
Oh,
And Maria says, yes, I think if you head towards the center of town, you'll find it the liveliest.
meet us at the center of town.
Okay, I have a general idea of where that might be.
Tell him to
Just
go
follow
to where
the
all
crowds.
the noises. Follow the music. And the butterflies.
All right. Ash, are you going down as well?
Mhm.
All right. So you meet the ladies where William and Marquies are handing out brews and making new brews, and it seems like the party gets going and takes you to the center of town. Like everybody starts moving on from this particular area as more and more people join this throng, and you all move to the center of town, and there is this giant block party going on. A couple people have set up like just tables, not even like stands, just tables of food. A couple people have set up drinking areas. The bands, the music makers that had been like 2 here and 3 here have all joined together and have started to.
This entire time, when you guys see her, Ellie looks like a cracked out cat. Her eyes are just full saucers.
But yeah, you do see the ladies in their dress wear, and
I start spinning.
you guys have a grand old evening, and that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Ah,
So
the next episode's just gonna start with a bad hangover.
make sure to tune in for that, folks. So thanks for listening / watching us, and we hope to see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.